My name is Victor Catano, and I'm also known as Sir Persevere, and it is my honor to host you today at 6TP. We are a club of wellness, of growth, of strength, of power, and today I'm going to walk you through our six paths as we take our pill together. Um, Let us begin with a quick moment of prayer. I think prayer is important to start your day with every day. Today's word comes from the word of the day at the Bible app, which is Jeremiah 31:25. And it says, "For I have satiated the weary soul, and I have replenished every sorrowful soul." So the Lord is after weary souls, and He has promised that if you toil in His name, that He will satisfy you and He will restore you. And so, in that heart and in that spirit, let's go right into our first path today. Our first path today is the stillness path. And in the stillness path today, we are going to try to breathe, listen, and let God or whatever being you listen to give you direction. But the point is to be quiet and still and to seek that clarity you need to start your day. I believe that a great stillness practice will lead you to an excellent start of your day and that you will be so much better during your day for it. So, um, you know, with this quiet, we hope to shape strong outcomes for you today. And, as for my belief, I believe that God is doing great things in your life and He's watching you. And this is the moment where He can gently come and tap your shoulder. So let us go to this nice video that I have made for you at the Sir Persevere Network. Thanks to my buddy Greg, who showed me how to start my own channel and whatnot. But today I just made a playlist, and let's start here. Now take a deep breath in and hold it. Hold it until you can and let it go. Take another deep breath in. Breathe it in through your nose. Let it out. Breathe it out slowly. Be aware of your surroundings with nature. The gentle sun. The beautiful sky. Just be calm. Take it all in. Deep breath again through the nose. And out, exhale. In and out. Let's start taking it in and out with a little more velocity. The sun is shining red. In and out. Now start taking your breath in through your lungs, in and out with a medium velocity. In, out. In, out. Eight more times. last time. Continue to be aware of your surroundings. Just the wind, just a gentle breeze. Take it in. And now start to come back to the world. Let's get ready to start our day calmed, relaxed, ready to greet the world and to do whatever it takes today to win the day. Go win your day. Oops, we got ahead of ourselves there. Good morning again, everyone. How are you feeling?
Relaxed.
Thank
Great.
you. Thank you, Victor. That was great.
Good, good, good. It's amazing what a trip to the Hamptons will do for you. Got a nice little getaway. My friends, my son's friends, where he's spending most of his summer. I don't even think he wants to come home anymore. He, they invited us. He had the orientation on Friday, and so they were just like, if you'll bring him back, like they're his parents, if you bring our son back to us, um, you can stay with us for the night, so you don't have to drive. And we were just like, yeah, we'll bring your son back to you, no problem. So we took that in and gave way for me to make a nice video. Um, so now we're going to go into the scalar dreamer path. And today we're going to play a game. We're going to play a beach game, but we're going to go to the beach first. And, we're going to have a little moment of affirmation as we join Sir Persevere at the beach. I'm getting ahead of myself with my presentation today. So we're gonna play a game today. And the game that we're gonna play is you're gonna join me in my beach day, and you're gonna all bring something for our beach picnic. It's a beautiful day and it's nice and sunny, and we're gonna sit in a semicircle and we're gonna play this game. And I'm gonna let each one of you bring an item if it is a permissible item. And you won't know if it's permissible or not until I tell you. And so I'm gonna start with my good friend Rosalda, who I can't ever be even 1 ounce mean to. So, Rosalda, we're having this picnic. What are you bringing to our picnic?
A ball.
A what?
What? A ball.
A bowl, like to put stuff in?
No, a ball like to
Oh,
play with.
a ball. Okay, gotcha. So you're bringing a ball. Okay. Thank you for bringing that ball. We're going to use that ball to play with. Lawrence, what would you like to bring to the picnic?
I'm gonna bring uh, chairs for people to sit on.
That's a good idea. This is not that kind of a picnic. You can't bring
Okay.
those chairs. I'm so sorry. Um, Greg,
Fresh, large plate of fresh fruit and natural drinks.
Okay, one item, buddy.
Fresh
See,
fruit.
this is my turn now to do that to you, right?
Fresh
Fresh
fruit.
fruit. You know, I'm sorry. That's a very healthy choice, and I love fresh fruit so much. But had you said you were going to bring that large item, that would have been permissible. But I'm sorry, you can't bring that fresh fruit. Dr. Pina, what are you bringing to the picnic?
Shovel.
What was that?
A shovel.
A shovel? Yeah, my kids would really love to be able to dig with that shovel, and yeah, but my kids aren't going to be there, and please, we can't have that shovel there today. Lawrence, back to you. I'm going to give you more opportunities to bring items to this picnic.
Um, how about some food? So I'll bring hamburgers for people.
Yeah, I love me a good burger, Lawrence, but yeah, no, thank you. I can't have that at the picnic. I'm so sorry. Rosada, what would you like to try to bring?
Some
She's thinking.
salad.
Some salad. Um, Yeah, that would be really healthy. And I know that you're writing a great book, from the tombs, right, to coming back up to life again. But this is not that kind of picnic either. I'm sorry, you can't bring salad, but thank you for bringing the ball. I'm gonna really enjoy myself today playing with that ball. Greg, what would you like to bring?
Happiness.
Happiness. Ooh, beautiful day goes hand in hand with happiness. That's well done, Greg, but keep your happiness to yourself. Thank you. This is not that kind of a picnic. Dr. Pina.
A table.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that, but can't have that here today. I'm going to give you an opportunity. Pick an item that starts with an L. Lawrence, pick an item with an L, and I will surely let you bring it.
Uh, Lunch.
You can bring lunch, Lawrence. Thank you for that. I much appreciate it. Right? Let's see. Lunch. Rosada, I'm going to be kind to you. Bring something that starts with an H.
With an H. Hugs.
You can bring all the hugs you want to bring, Rosada. That's beautiful. Thank you for bringing those hugs. Greg, I'm going to be kind to you too. Bring something that starts with an S.
Sandwiches.
You can bring all the sandwiches you want, Greg. Thank you. That's so kind and gracious of you. Dr. Pina, you can bring something that starts with an S too.
With an S?
Yes.
Oh, they say salad?
Okay, you can bring a salad. That's wonderful. Thank you for bringing your salad. Right? So let's go around here. Lawrence, how did you feel, about this picnic that you were warmly invited to, right? We set the tone with a beautiful beach background, and all of a sudden, you were being dissed at your kindness and your courtesy and bringing these items. Like, how'd you feel?
Not very welcome.
Rosada, how did you feel?
I was thinking, wow, what type of picnic is this?
And at first, I kind of let you in, right? And I let you bring an item, and I'm like, nope, I pulled the rug right under your feet, right? Like, what is going on here, Greg? I think you were the first one that I was tough to, like,
Disappointed. Disappointed.
disappointed, disappointed. And what about you, Dr. Pina?
Curious.
Curious. Yeah, sometimes when people have odd behavior and do things that don't make sense, right? Like you become curious, like, what's wrong with this dude? Like he's really off color today. This is not him. Like what's the matter with him, right? And what you just experienced, right, was real life, right? This is the way, you show up with your best intentions. Sometimes you show up willing to do whatever it takes to make a good day. Here you were all thoughtfully trying to make this lovely beach because I set you up with this nice, warm, lovely. I'm smiling. I'm in a great mood, and you're just trying to bring your best. And I'm like, go away, right? Um, People do that in life, right? And even at a little stillness exercise like this, a little scalar dreamer path, right, where you're kind of dreaming about what you might do, right? People are going to shoot your ideas down. People are going to laugh at your ideas. People are going to think that you're crazy when you're scaling, when you're moving up deadlines, when you're trying to do things at a pace that no one else has done them at. They're going to laugh and they're going to send you away. And it's going to be people like me, kind, loving, thoughtful, welcoming people that are going to do this to you because that's where you are the most vulnerable, right? What was the science behind what we were doing today? I'll let you in on the trick. The trick of the game was that I let Rosalda feel nice and welcome, right? She could have chosen any item she wanted, and it was going to be acceptable, right? But thereafter, you had to pick an item that had the last letter of the item that she bought, right? So we had ball, right? Eventually, I gave you the L, and we did lunch, and at the end of lunch is an H, so we let her bring hugs because that starts with an H, right? S, sandwiches, and then S again, salad. And so now we can go about our picnic and have a ball, have a lunch, have hugs, sandwiches, and a salad, right? But just remember, right? Life isn't going to always give you the answers. In fact, they're going to give you a lot of opposition to when you're scaling and when you're dreaming, and you need to be about your business and about your purpose. So, we're going to go into I tipped my hand already, but we're gonna go a little backwards. We're gonna go into the authorship path, and you guys know that Rosalda and I made a lovely video together, and so I'm just gonna invite you to dance today. I know Dr. Pina is healing and relaxing, so I tried to pick an activity that we could all do low key, because I know that in the middle of his relaxation, he's probably partying too, right? So let's have a little party. What beach party can we have without a little dancing? So let's get to it. And let's get after it. Up and at 'em, guys. Come on. Oh, let me get my Starbucks. Not leaving free exercise on the table. Record, record, record. So for those of you listening, watching, I'm at the CATANO Island, and I'm about to do a little dance. And here we go. I'm gonna make sure I record my exercise. And away we go. Come on, Hosala, let's get it. We got a nice island beach over here. Woo! Whip That's drama. You got it, Yeah. Happy, 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 happy. Dancing is good for the soul, folks. Just keep free and Doesn't matter how you look when you dance. Free. Let your soul be free. I love doing this. Who in the world wakes up to do this? Who does this? Who does this? We do it here at 6TP. We do it. We bring you life. We bring you wisdom. We bring you scaling. We bring you creativity. We give you an opportunity to be your best every day. Bring your best smile. The best pill on earth. Thank you for that, everyone.
If you sit on the toilet, bear down, and barely anything comes out, you don't have constipation, you have poop paralysis. And the difference between the two is everything. It's why fiber, laxatives, stool softener.
Sorry about that, folks. Just got, sometimes when you have moments like that, you just gotta laugh. Lord have mercy. So we've gone to the Scalar Dreamer. We've done the creator path. You saw how we can create videos that can bring smiles to everyone's faces, because that's what we do here at 6TP. We are the total wellness club. And, you know, you're watching us here at our best. We're making videos. We're showing you that life doesn't have to be the way you think it has to be. You can just free your mind, let the Lord give you creativity, and you can just put your best on display. And how do you do that? Well, come check us out at our website. Our website, 6tpswclub.com. That stands for 6TP, 6 Transformative Paths, Stillness Wellness Club.com. So it's 6tpswclub.com. And what do you do when you come here, right? You get to explore, you get to see, right? Everything that we do requires a contract, right? Because you're not just joining a club for the sake of coming here. Yes, we want you to have all the things that we have, the fun, the creativity, do exciting things. But one of the biggest components of what we do is our commitment. And here we work really hard to make sure that we don't just build a little momentum and do like other places do. You go to the gym to start the new year and you run for 30 days and you get all excited because you have these new goals, right? And then you just disappear and no one's there. The club already signed you up. They love having your money. They love the fact that there's no wear and tear on their machines because you're not showing up anymore. No one's going to call you to see, where are you, right? Because they've already got your contract. Here, our contract is a little different. When you do a contract with us, we sit you down and we put you on the hot seat and we make sure that if you wrote it, you're doing it. And we offer you we offer you 4 different platforms. You can read all about it on our website. Here you get information of exactly what the stillness, what scalar path means, what the creator path means, the sports passionist path, the authorship, and the thinker path. And and here we equate this to taking a pill with us every day. When you have a headache, you take a Tylenol probably. And when you want some vitamin, you need some more vitamin D, you take a pill. Well, you want to live a better, stronger, happier life, a life with more commitment, more passion, right? And you want to build your drive, take this pill, take the 6TP pill 2.0, and you can find here our different platforms. You can learn all about it here at our website. So come on out, check us out, come audit us, write to us. You can contact us through our website, this beautiful website that we have. We would love to hear from you and we would love to see you and we would love to be a part of your transformation. So now we're going to go into the authorship path. I'm going to give an opportunity for some of us to talk about the different things that we're doing with our authorship. Um, Lawrence, can you share a little bit about what you're doing?
Sure. I'm working on a book for IT professionals and for them how to use AI in their day-to-day, and how to use it with their leadership. So what can they do to simplify and systematize what they do on a regular basis?
So part of what we do at the authorship path is we're not writing just for the sake of writing. This is the way we give back to the world. This is the way we try to make a global impact. What is the impact you're trying to make, Lawrence?
To show people that you don't have to do stuff manually, how you can use the technology that you're already using within your company, how you can use that technology to improve things for the rest of the function of the company itself. So use a tool that you already are using um, to make things better for the whole company and also cut costs.
So I find that to be a very effective resource. I mean, we all have these smartphones, and I don't think anyone, even the best tech genius, can say they know how to use it 100%, right? I know for a fact that with my phone, I could probably use maybe 60 to 70% of it, but there's a whole bunch of things that happen every now and then, especially after one of those new upgrades, one of those updates, something happens, and all of a sudden my phone can like fly and go to the moon or something, and I don't even
Totally,
know it.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's capabilities that people don't realize are in a lot of the AI platforms now, and that's only growing and changing. An example of that is one is so powerful now, um, that's part of Claude, that it got rolled back and just got reinstituted again, called Fable. So it lets you do fancier, more advanced processing, thinking, all that sort of stuff. So these programs that people are using are changing on a daily and weekly basis. So it's not just like when you used to get a copy of Word or Excel and you'd have that same version for a couple years. These are constantly being updated and changed all the time. So there's new capabilities being added on daily, and that things that are tools that are people are building that go on top of these as well. So it's just if you want to provide something to people, if you want to build it, you can and roll it out easily. So it's the power is amazing.
Awesome. Fantastic. Let's go to Greg. Greg, what are you up to?
I am writing a book based on my life experience that is focused on serving, being a servant leader. And title of the book will be Hands That Lift. And one of the things I learned a long time ago, that there are lots of opportunities to give first. So my philosophy is going to be give, and it will be given back to you in multifold. So just the journey of serving and a blueprint for others to serve first and receive second. Thank you.
Greg, that doesn't surprise me. I've seen you for so many years just give, 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 and I wonder what you ever receive. Um, so, the world needs people like you. I mean, I can think of all these kids in the world with Operation Christmas Child, year after year, you did that for, so many years, over 2 decades, right? Just making sure that children were able to open up gifts around the world, year after year. And, you did that so faithfully. So I'm not the least bit surprised that you're writing a book like that. Rosada, what are you up to?
Oh, I am up to everything that pertain to life. And I think that if we eat good, we can stay alive and we can live many, many, many more years. So I believe that nutrition, we are what we eat, and eating good and the right balance of food is very important, and it could depend the amount of time that we have here on earth.
Fantastic. And, we are all inspired by all the challenges that you've overcome and you're doing it. And I can't think of a better voice for people to be able to realize that they're not alone. I can't think of a better voice to inspire people. You are one of the kindest and most thoughtful people that I know. And I can't wait to read all about what you have to say.
Coming up soon.
Coming up soon. Contract, right? Or you know how hot that seat's going to be.
Yes.
Dr. Pina.
Yes, I am happy to announce the third book of this year that the International Meta Poetry is publishing already. So you're gonna love. Like, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna share it right now. So you're gonna love the portada, the cover. So here we have it. We have the amazing Leticia Quemada. Leticia Quemada is a Mexican doctor in Madrid, and she is the president of the Academy of Meta Poetry. She's organizing the 10th Meta Congress, Meta Poetry Congress in Madrid, Berlin, and Canary Islands. Is an amazing mother of one, a friend for the last couple of years, and the 10th Congress is going to be dedicated to her. So now this is a premise, So even the preface, the introduction is going to be done by Dr. Karina Reiki, was friends, and this is Sortilegio del Hall of Bionte. Y otros poemas bastardos, metapoesía, Leticia Quemada Arriaga, Oropéndola. And this is her. This is a painter by Andrés Collado. Is a painter, a Mexican painter living in Madrid also. And it's ready. This is the third book. The first book is from the Berlin, Peruvian living in Berlin, author Quevedo, José Pablo Quevedo, and the author of Chile, Jurgen Chavarri. But this is the third book. It's right there. It's the first time you're gonna see this. We're working on this. It's we needed the approval of the author, as she said. This is the one. It was two color, but this is the cover that she prefers. So we're working now on the introduction. So this is the 3 of 10 that I said that I'm going to publish this year. Take it from here. Persevere.
Dr. Pina, you are always, always up to something. This Metapoesia movement is literally a movement. It's always moving, it's always producing. I don't know how you write so many books, but you know what? You inspire all of us to get there ourselves. So keep on moving, keep on writing, keep on dreaming, keep on working so that you can live longer. And let's keep moving along this 6 paths. Um, let's get to our final path now, which is our thinker path. This is where we take some time to sharpen our minds. We read material. We have intellectual discussions, which I love. I love the fact that we've read about 18 books in about 2 years. And right now, the book of choice is The Art of Scaling by Dr. Hardy. Can you cue that up for us, Dr. Pina, so that we can read?
Let me check it out right now.
And I will be your narrator, of course.
Okay. All right. Let me find it where it is. I was reading the Odyssea because I went to see the Odysseys by Michael Nolan with my beautiful wife. She wanted me to take her there, so there you have it.
I love the Odyssey, and I'm looking forward to getting into that theater to watch that. I love Greek mythology.
Okay, whenever
So,
you're ready.
all right. So, are we starting from having an impossible goal or from
The
the
purpose of having?
of the purpose of having? Okay. So once again, I am Sir Persevere, and I'm going to be narrating from Dr. Hardy's book, The Science of Scaling. So the purpose of having an impossible goal with an impossible deadline isn't to stress yourself out. On the contrary, consider Melissa's response when Richard sheepishly told her he wanted to achieve his 11-year BHAG in 1 year, and that in order to do it, he'd have to sell the investment business. Melissa was relieved, not stressed. Having an impossible deadline is a tool, it's a purpose, as you'll see, is to filter out the false requirements you've placed on yourself and to isolate what strategy expert Dr. Richard Ramel calls the crux. So, Sada, I see you have a wonderful appointment today. Thank you for being a part of us today. I got your note. Um, so now we're going to go to a new chapter. It says, apply time as a tool, give yourself less time. If a timeline is long, it's wrong, says Elon Musk. The year 2018 was a crazy one for my family. After 3 years battling the foster system in court, we were miraculously granted adoption in February 2018. 1 month later, in March of 2018, two other big things happened. After years of fertility treatments, our round of an in vitro worked and Lauren became pregnant with twins who were born in December of 2018. I also published my first major book, Willpower Doesn't Work, in March 2018. After the adoption, we moved to Orlando, Florida. It was a whirlwind. Yet in the midst of that whirlwind, one thing didn't happen: progress on my dissertation. I was nearly 5 years into my PhD program and had already completed all my coursework and exams. All that remained between me being Dr. Benjamin Hardy was completing my dissertation. And as you may know, there aren't deadlines for these. In April of 2019, during a marriage therapy session, Lauren expressed her concern that my PhD wasn't going to get complete and that if I didn't make it a priority, it might never get done. She could see that I was making no progress on it, that I was busy running a training program and being a dad of 5 kids. She could also see that it was weighing on me. During that therapy session, we agreed that if I didn't drive back up to Clemson and make that my full focus, it might never get done. I'm thankful to a wife who is willing not only to tell me straight, but also say, look, go up there and finish this. Even if it takes you 2 months, we'll be here when you get back. That's a great place to stop. So what you're seeing here is not only moving up the timeline to make difficult goals with longer deadlines to make those goals be achievable in shorter time frames, right? But what you're also seeing is the support system that he had in order to achieve this, right? You need to be able to surround yourself with people who are loving and who are going to push you. Earlier in this exercise, when we were in the Scalar Dreamer path, we were playing a game and we were talking about how we surround ourselves, and sometimes, even the people that we surround ourselves with, will laugh at our ideas. They'll make us not feel supported, right? And not only do we need to be crazy enough to try things in shorter time frames, but it's important to have good support systems. What are your thoughts about all that? Let's start with Lawrence.
Good morning again. Yeah, it's critical to have good support systems and encouragement from people who you trust and who believe in you, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to get those big goals done and accomplished. Um, you need to have people that are behind you, because if you're just doing it by yourself, it's really, really hard, almost impossible.
Hmm. Greg always says that the bottom is already crowded, right? Greg, what say you? I don't want to steal your thunder for your line.
No, well, it's important words need to be repeated, but the reality is that we need to have an inner circle that we trust, that we trust the good and the bad, but just that we have accountability, that what their contributions are things that you should take in and apply, things that you should consider, things that you should respond back to, and not having that, as you hear me say all the time, a thought partner, puts you at a vulnerability when adversity comes or negativity comes and you're by yourself. I'll stop there.
Awesome. Now, Dr. Pina, you're like on both ends of the wick here, right? Because you're someone who is often asked, in your role as a doctor, to be a supporter of people and to be that network that people need. But you probably also need your own support network sometimes, right? Because you have all these ambitious goals, all these companies that you run and own. You have to find time to meet with patients, and you're a nomad. You're living here in Orlando for 6 months, and then you're going out, to different places to do Congress and Europe, and you have a really full agenda. Like what kind of support systems do you bank on?
The support system is consistent. My friends and my family. I create a community that I communicate with them all the time, every day. The 60P team as certified coach also is part of my everyday morning. So that's been amazing that we can sustainably do good and hard things to transform the life of people. Like really doing the transformation ourselves by showing to other people and making them accountable. But I wanted to talk a little bit of Hardy. Now I know that he's been struggling with his dissertation. Now I know that he was in marriage therapy. Marriage therapy. Now I know that he was on IVF also. Now I know that his first book was in 2018, and he put himself as a guinea pig. He's put himself his story to us, to see how important it's like to have a big goal and have apply a deadline. So the shorter time is better. But no, I know a little bit of the doctor, struggling with infertility, being unfertile, not having kids, and then having a twin. That's amazing. And if you're a woman, I know how difficult it is for women to now have kids. I have a couple of patients myself who are dealing with infertility, and it's been a struggle. I also find out it's very expensive, $30,000, $50,000 for every shot opportunity. And also, I found out that you can go abroad, and instead of paying $15,000, you can do it for $10,000. So I have a patient. She went to this place, and she's pregnant now, and she's going to Europe. She's living in the United States, to Europe, with his military husband. Then I have another one who started already and is struggling with depression, anxiety, the fight, the injection. And I have another one who is already pregnant too, but now she's waiting for, I think the baby's due in December. So infertility is an issue. That's why if you're in your 20s, end of your 20s, and you find your guy, don't wait to the 30, half of the 30, 32, even 32, that is still young, is problem. I don't know what's going on. Is the hormone system, that is not allow people to be fertile. So, but Hardy is some kind of example. But he was not waiting. He just he has 7 kids. He has his twin, and he has 7 kids. So, like, in the meantime, God, let me adopt people, and he adopted 5, I believe, and then he's or 4, and I think he has the twin and then another one. So, and he's been an amazing example for us. He's also transparent enough that in his book he's telling things that only you tell to your therapist. And he's saying, I'm in marriage therapy also. And she's like, hello, you know, go for the dissertation, finish it. And I am grateful that, and thankful that Hardy in this book is showing himself, showing himself to the world. And that's what we're doing. We want you to change, transform, and do it every day take your pill. Take your pill. Take your 60p 2.0 pill. Victor.
That's fantastic. There's so many different directions you can go with all that you touched on there. I mean, we can talk about, faithfulness. We can talk about scaling. We can talk about, I mean, there he is starting to scale. And not only did he get one kid, but he got two kids, right? And,
Mm-hmm.
there's a story there in that when you set out to do something, right, you encounter things on your journey that you didn't even begin to imagine. And, and if you listen to me half the time, I'm always talking about scaling for the Lord, right? And being able to see beyond what the naked eye lets you see, right? Being able to ask God to lend you his telescope so that you can see beyond. And when you start doing the impossible and you do it with God's telescope, you will scale in ways that others won't even understand. So, scale, 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 be faithful. And I'll end by saying, surround yourself with the right network. And, like we did in the game earlier, remember that people don't always tell you the rules of the game that we're playing, right? You show up to work sometimes and people come out of left field with things that you didn't even know, or you come outside and your car won't start. Those are all parts of life. And the people that you surround yourself with, the tools that you have, and just the way that you dictate your own mood, right? Because you can control your mood, right? Will help you get through anything. And my favorite saying, and I'm going to end here, when I am losing, I am just starting to win. And that is all about being faithful and knowing that if you stay the course and you scale with love and passion and with the Lord in your midst, nothing can stop you. You already know the end of the story. You win. So, on that note, folks, I'd like to wish you a very happy Tuesday today. Love you very much. And thank you for tuning in with me. It's been my honor.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.